YouTube, what's going on? I'm ASG Eric,
And I'm BTalk17.
and we're the founders of the Small Streamer Society.
And today we've got our featured streamer and artist for the Small Streamer Society's Discord and other social media platforms, MeloGraphics. So let's bring her right on in. Cutscenes, blah, blah, blah.
All right, let's do this dance.
Let's do
Yes, Melo. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's start off the same way we always start off. How did you get your name? MeloGraphics. Tell us everything.
Absolutely. So MeloGraph, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a MeloGraph. It's actually something that translates pitch and tone of music onto paper. So if you think about music, like the notes, think of a little kid like playing Mary Had a Little Lamb. Bam, 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 bam. That doesn't really like make it sound pretty, where a MeloGraph actually captures the pitch, like do 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 do, like the leading tone. So it's like a blend of music and writing. So mellow, melody, graphics, visual art. So I didn't make up the name MeloGraph, but I definitely made up MeloGraphics.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
where actually where it comes from.
That is
I-
so hella
Everybody's so
intelligent.
creative.
I know.
Oh man,
Mine is just my nickname. It's just my name, like taken from this to that. That's it. That's like science there.
I mean, I was caught up on it for so long, so I came up with the name way before like streaming or anything like that. It was when I was doing like t-shirt designs and stuff like that, and I was creating my own website, and I didn't want to pigeonhole myself by making it like super specific. So I'm like, well, what do I like? I like art, I like writing, I like music, I like everything. So how can I come up with something that blends all that together?
Yeah, that's hella awesome.
So much smarter than us. But at least we're entertaining.
So now that you've given us your name and where that comes from and how it's kind of just meshed all of your interests together, how did you let's start with artistry, I guess, because you've done our artwork, which everybody can see on the screen right now. We've got the GIF logo here and over in the corner. Yeah, there you go. And so how did you get into art? You know, what was your driving force getting into that, and then bringing art into the streaming world?
Yeah, so I've always been like creative, but not like one of the cool creative kids that was really good at art class. I was one of those kids. I would always doodle on stuff. I would always like to be creative, but I wasn't necessarily good at art. But I was definitely a nerd. So that's where the graphic design piece came in. Because I love technology, I love games, I loved anything that had an outlet and a plug and stuff like that. So I'd say that was kind of the genesis of it, most of which is self-taught. Nowadays, I mean, you can find a class for anything, which is incredible. I went to school for like business and got my MBA and did all the not so exciting stuff in corporate America and still do. But really was hungry for something that was just more fulfilling. Like, I know this sounds super cliche, but it's like something that I just enjoy doing. And that's where a lot of the design stuff came in.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's hella awesome.
That is awesome. And I mean, I talk you up on my stream all the time because you're the best, and you've done some great work, and more to be done actually. So we'll talk. Yeah, that's awesome. Similar to how I got into all this stuff too. I did the business thing in school, but I suck at art, so that's why we have you.
Yeah, we lucked out finding you, like hella awesome. We were having such bad luck finding an artist that was actually kind of just not like finding somebody that's on top of their shit, like on top
Just
of their
call it what it
schedule.
is, bro. They were horrible. The other
They
art
were.
horrible,
Yeah.
horrible, horrible. If you're watching this, you were horrible. You know who you are.
Well, it's interesting 'cause I talk to a lot of streamers nowadays, and they always ask me, like, okay, like, what should I ask the artist for? Because a lot of times I end up kind of consulting in a weird way because I can't like do art for everybody. So I'm like, well, make sure you ask them for like the rights and make sure that you're giving them specs. And these are things like in graphic design that should be basic. But it's almost like there's a lot out there that want to make a cheap, buck. So
Yeah.
if it sounds too good to be true, it is. It definitely is. but it should be collaboration. It should be fun. It's an experience. And if they're not asking you about like what you're into to create your design, they're going to give you something cookie cutter that they probably sold to the guy before you.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
super true. One of the things about your art that I like is that you incorporated a lot in your stream, which I think is awesome. Like you made all your own emotes, you made your overlays. You have that what do you call it? Sticker wall?
Hmm.
Yeah, like so cool.
Yeah, so I have this theory, and I guess this is how, like where a lot of the design stuff that I did on the side came from was, well, I don't technically have a career like resume for this, so I'm gonna just be my own testing ground. I'll be my own guinea pig, and I'll try it my own way. And then if it fails, what do I have to lose? It's just me, I'm not hurting anybody. So
Right.
that's what I did all my stuff. Like I've done it on web, I've done it in social, I've done it in Twitch now too. So um, you know, I don't want to say it's not that hard to read specs, but there's a lot of things you learn just by doing it too.
Mm.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So as somebody that came into streaming, did you start off like when did you decide to start streaming, and what were some of your like concerns maybe, and some of the you might have to overcome in order to stream, like what were the difficulties associated with that, and how did you overcome it yourself and decide I'm streaming?
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I feel like there was probably a conversation I had with my husband that was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch. And he's known me now for 10 years. So whenever I say I'm gonna do something, he's like, yeah, that means we're going all in, and that's gonna take every night because I have all these random things that I come up with. Um, but it was late December when I was like, you know what? I think this is pretty cool. And it came from watching a bunch of streamers and really connecting with them on their channels and seeing how like their channel was an extension of their personality. And it wasn't just about the game. It wasn't just about watching them on video. It was the whole package, right? And especially I think COVID accelerated all that. And having a way to connect with people that wasn't like super creepy and wasn't like clingy like the Facebook groups were, really attracted me to Twitch. And I'd been on Twitch as a viewer before because I play a lot of poker and I play poker
Mm.
VR with like a headset on.
Yeah.
So, we have games on Twitch and stuff like that, but I'd never really thought about streaming until I was like, okay, it's been over a year of quarantine in Southern California. I need something.
Hmm.
So that's like, I guess kind of the genesis of streaming. And I think as I went into it, I wasn't super concerned about, like my setup or anything because I do have a lot of the nerdy tech stuff already. I think it was just a matter of getting all those specs down and having everything work together, which is something that I'm still trying to figure out and master. Because
We
you can
all
have
are.
design, right? You want everything. Then you plug it all together and it doesn't work. And I'm like, what in the world?
Yep.
So it's
That's
like
why I have B Talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So
And that's why I have a Zaggy got you, because
that,
if I
that,
can't figure it out, we got Zaggy for it.
it's so
Oh
much.
god. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's hella awesome. So like having that supportive significant other is definitely a huge factor, especially for me. I certainly wouldn't be where I'm at with my streaming if it weren't for the minimal support I get from my wife.
Ooh,
Love
ooh,
you, love you.
I saw the little,
The
Right?
little, just a little,
I,
it's a little jab.
the little twist.
Yeah, yourself, man. Hell yeah.
Uh,
It
but
is important, even if it's not like your spouse, it could be a best friend, somebody, to just kind
mhm,
of be there with you, even if it's, hey, I'm going live. Can you make sure you can hear me so I don't look like a total idiot on stream talking
yep,
for 30 minutes?
That
absolutely.
was me. Like, please tell me if I'm messing up.
Right?
Oh
Uh,
man.
so as I ask everybody, what's the advice that you would give somebody who might want to get into streaming? Somebody who might be subscribed to the Small Streamer Side, a YouTube channel, or in our Discord. So maybe hasn't started yet, but they want to start. What is the advice that you would give to them?
Sure. I'd say two things. And it's like instant gut reaction answer. One, if you see any follow for follow stuff, stay away from it. It's like so popular. You guys probably hear me talk about this. Like it's a catch, it's a trick. The people on there are spammy, don't do it. So find cool people like these guys, join cool groups like this group, and really network. I'd say
Yeah.
one of the things that's really helped me grow quickly is just hanging out with other people on their streams. It has
Hmm.
nothing to do with asking people to join mine. I don't actually think that I've vocalized, hey, come join my stream. Instead, it's like I go to their stream, we connect. They're like, hey, when are you streaming? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm streaming on Friday. And just kind of it's natural, it's organic, it feels right. So I'd say that networking piece is huge. And the other one is, don't get overwhelmed, because when you start Googling, like, how do I start streaming on Twitch? Like, you just go into this rabbit hole and you're like, I can't do this. This is too much. There's all these things that I need. And it seems just super, super intense and overwhelming. So don't let anything stop you. And I know I'm in a few like women's groups as well. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not comfortable because I see like shaming and stuff like that, or I don't feel comfortable on video. Don't do a video. It's not that big of a deal. We do what you feel comfortable with, because I feel like that comes across in your stream. If you're doing something that isn't you, you're gonna come off as so fake, even if you think you're doing something for everyone else. So just be you, grow organically, and see what happens.
Absolutely. I can't, that is 1000% solid, absolutely solid advice right there. So for all you streamers starting out, replay that like 10 times, just keep it on loop and
over and over again.
Make a mantra, make it a mantra. MeloGraphics 101 right there. Awesome. I guess what we could ask, actually. So we've given advice about streaming. We've given advice, to people starting out, what they should do, what they shouldn't do. What about advice for people looking into doing art for streamers?
Yeah.
It's a pretty, it's such a saturated field right now. There's so many artists out there. What would your advice be to other fellow artists or artists that are looking to get into making stream art for others and making it into a business? What advice would you give to them?
So I'd say for artists, definitely know what you're good at. There's tons of styles of art, and when someone comes to you with a really cool idea that you might be totally into, if it's not something that's really in your wheelhouse or that you can pull off, and you're probably gonna have to like maybe subcontract, honestly, to get like a really good piece of art to, maybe don't pick up that project, and instead point them in the right direction or hook them up with one of your friends who maybe can pull it off, because at the end of the day it's about delivering what they're looking for, as opposed to maybe getting that order or getting that sale. So just know your strengths and play to it, and you'll end up finding your niche. You'll find what you're good at. Yeah, I think a lot of the art that I've done looks it has a similar feel. Like, you can tell that I designed it, but it is all very different. But if someone came to me and said, "Hey, I want something super cutesy and bubbly with like rabbits," I'm like, "Yeah, I know somebody. Let me tell you about that." 'Cause it's just not my wheelhouse. You want something that's like cool vibes, that kind of thing. I can pull that off. So just know
Yeah,
what you're
you
good
can.
at.
I'll
That
vouch.
right? And then I'd say, even, as a streamer, like, if you're even slightly interested in art, all the specs are listed online, and I can't say enough. Canva is an incredible, incredible program. You can even use Canva free. You don't have to necessarily use the Canva Pro, and all the templates are there. You can literally just pick from a drop down, Twitch panel, and then everything's pre-spec for you, and you can go from there. As you get more comfortable, though, you'll start developing your own templates and realize those were just like the super basic ones. But until you get there, start there, and just kind of play around with it and get comfortable.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Couldn't be me, but
I've actually used Canva a couple times, the free online version.
you made my emotes.
I did.
B-Time made my emotes.
I made his emotes. Granted, very basic. We took a picture of his fish in the background there, and I used Canva to help make it into an emote. But
yeah, we're gonna kill it with fire, and then I was gonna make them better.
Absolutely. I won't take any offense to it, I promise.
It's fine. It's always temporary.
Yeah. But all right.
I personally have grown really close with Melo. I feel like we talk a lot and we support each other a lot, and I enjoy watching your stream. Last week, for instance, I didn't stream once, and I was a horrible supporter, but I was in your stream a couple times, and it's like hanging out. You're super into your chat, even though you're playing the game, and just like talking to you and hanging out, and go to your chat, and right off the bat, you're gonna see Flop in there, and you're gonna see
Vex.
oh yes, Vex, and I'm missing.
Carpet's always there. Who else?
Carpet, yeah. So you have those consistent people. Every time that I go in, I know that I'm going to go, and Flop's going to say hi, and Vex is going to say hi, and that's awesome. You're growing a really cool community, and not a lot of people do that. So it's cool that you are doing that, and it shows in your average view count and your follower count in the short amount of time that you've been streaming, which is awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Community is everything. And with that, check out MeloGraphics. Down below, we got all the links to her socials, her art pages. So, if you're a streamer, you're looking for stream artwork, overlays, icons, banners, cool things like this GIF, which I still, every time I see it, it's awesome. So click the links down below, check her out, and then Big EC is going to take it on from here. Because
you were so close to doing it all on your own.
So close.
I was like, he's rolling right now. We got this. Well, all right. On that note, Melo, it has been an absolute pleasure, not just today, but all the time inside of your stream. Before we go, all right, let's just remind everybody, will we? Okay, like the video. Like the video for Melo, okay? It makes her happy. Big smiles, right? You're going to comment down below, and you're going to say what they say in her chat. Hello, Melo, right? Hello, Melo. You're going to subscribe to the YouTube channel because for some reason you enjoy watching me and B talk. I don't know what it is, but you keep coming back. So you might as well just subscribe because it's free, right? And until the next video, we're out. Peace.
Nice.